Hi, ladies. I am on my second day of diarying or journaling my experience today as a community group leader. It is Monday, Market Monday. I just went and explained all about how that is here in Ladies Mingle. But I decided to be disciplined in this because I feel like this is really important. At the end of my day, I usually have like a moment to review what my day looked like, my takeaways, my wins, my opportunities, and what worked and what you know what capacity I had to explore something. So if I look tired, it's because I'm gonna head to bed soon, but I am very much a night thinker, and my brain works after I shower and get some time to kind of like reflect, a reflection moment, right? So here's my reflection moment for today. Market Monday today has was successful on the group, and to me, this is how I measure it. I put out the ad explaining kind of what it's about. A few women had took interest in it and shared their businesses on the page. And one of them had even was able to make an instant connection with somebody watching on the group. And to me, that's a win right there. I was able to help support both of them in something that they needed. So I am so happy that that was able to happen within Ladies Mingle, the space that um, we create in the page and the opportunities given. And so I'm very proud of that. I'm very, like, that is a big win for the group. Um, Other things that I was able to accomplish today, I went to work. I did my full shift. I was able to help serve people what I do, which I love. Um, Picked up some dinner, came home with the family, was able to spend time with the family, and we went to watch basketball. My husband loves to play basketball. My son loves to practice basketball. So when we can, we try to make time to do that all together. In between my days, meaning like today, I when I have a moment to like focus or just plug in, I chime in on the group, I send messages, I connect with the planning team, I help to finish any last task or things that need to be done for the week. So I started working on a weekly calendar to kind of give people an overview on the days of the week and what topics to share. So I'm hoping that's going to be helpful to keep people understanding what's coming up next, to not, you know, give people the feeling of like everything is lost. Um, and I also put out our next class or mingle that we're doing. It's called a Flourish Workshop. So it's up live on the page already. The point of this workshop is to provide different opportunities and experiences of classes. One is a floral arrangement class, which is really great to take. All of these opportunities are great. The other is a cricket class, which we've done before one time, and we're bringing it back for whoever missed it or wants to learn more, because our instructor is doing a different item to make. And then we're also providing a painted pots with plants, like a planting gardening experience, and the option of adding a garden tea lunch to your time at the Florist Workshop. So I'm really excited for this because it's something that we haven't really done before, like having multiple things going on at once. So in my mind, I'm thinking it's going to be great, but I'm preparing myself for things that might, adjust or need some explaining or um, the whatnots, right? The question marks. So, um, my takeaway from today is how to manage stress as a leader, how to manage stress in general. This group has grown, like I mentioned before, beyond my imagination. And with that comes more territory. But the mission of the heart of this group is, for me, has always been a place for women to find their joy, to fulfill them, to help them to thrive in an atmosphere that's safe. And one of those things is anchoring itself, is finding your anchor. And I don't know if you know what that means to you or what that looks like to you. But for myself, I really have a strong anchor. And at times it gets tested just like anything does. But my anchor for me is really rooted in my purpose and mission. And I'm very faith based. I don't put my faith on anybody else, but I I keep that as my compass and my anchor. So when I tend to feel like my ship is starting to sway or the storm is coming and I just can't grasp anything, I remind myself that I have an anchor and I'm not going to go anywhere without it. And sometimes I have to change my position. So right now in Ladies Mingle, what is happening is a maturity of the group, um, and there's growth in a different way. And so sometimes we like to measure growth by numbers because it's something that we can see. Sometimes we like to measure it by stats or data or influence or whatever it is that we can feel like we having a grasp on it. But right now we're going in a different growing spurt, and it's changing and shifting things around. And that's honestly what my heart is telling me about this group, about the purpose of it. And that's what I keep reminding myself when I feel like, am I doing the right things? My anchor tells me you're in a growing phase. So go with how you feel with it because it's going to be right. And it's not a race. So if you have a goal or a vision or something that you're trying to achieve, remind yourself that there's nobody that you're competing against beside yourself. And if you have grace for yourself and you have patience with how your process is going, then you're going to be victorious in it. You're going to win no matter what. No matter how many times you have to pause, no matter how many times you have to restart, you are on the right path for you. And that's what I love about being an entrepreneur. I'm discovering that the GPS will tell me if I make a wrong turn in my mind. I just have to reroute a little bit differently, but the destination will still be the same. So I love this experience that I'm going through right now. It's challenging. It has its moments. Like I mentioned, it's like one of those things that you want to continue to feed because it gives you so much like back in a moment, but you really have to be patient with the understanding of how it processes. And that's human nature. I'm uncovering for myself and my learning process and my discoveries and all of that trickles into everything that I create because I am the creator of this new creation, right? So I have the heart and soul of it. And if it doesn't feel right, I have to learn how to adjust it and have a listening ear. So it's all kind of encompassed together. But that's my takeaway for today. So today, to sum it up for you, a successful day. Um, there were a couple moments today where I had to kind of feel like, okay, did I explain myself and did I communicate clearly to people? And I try my best. I'm human. Um, so there's going to be faults in communication. We live in a digital world where we're not face to face with people to say, "Oh, what do you mean by that?" or, get a reaction that you can base things off of. Reading something and your voice is interpreting that message is so difficult nowadays. That's a whole nother conversation I could have about on another video. But my biggest takeaway today is that I was able to accomplish whatever today was supposed to accomplish. And what I'm learning from all this process too is if you want the big picture, you have to really break it down to its bare um, bones of the wins. You cannot have a big win with not understanding the day-to-day wins that you take on. Meaning, like today, a win was me helping another business to, support them, and them feeling the support from the group. If it's one person, that's a win for me. Um, if it's, whatever and another win today was being able to spend quality time with my family, going and playing basketball with them, being able to be productive at my day job, really helping people to communicate there, because these skills that I'm creating and exploring for myself here affect every single thing that I do in my life. It just doesn't turn off because it's supposed to turn off. There's no switch inside that flips on and off. It's going to affect everything that you do. So when I encourage women on the group, I'm speaking from a place of reality that I know that it's happening for me. So I just want to encourage other women to step out, because the more that you do, the more that you feel empowered, the more that your muscles start to exercise. And just like anything new, it's going to take some work. It's going to take habits. It's going to take dedication to the cause, but count the small wins. That's all I gotta say. And that doesn't have to be for, you hear a lot of that for like losing weight or all these other things. Really, truly means like appreciate the moment of being present. Appreciate like locking yourself into something and just listening to your own voice. Because if you lead anything, if you operate anything in your life, whether it's your home or um, something that you're in charge of, you're going to get friction, and that's going to cause you to maybe question yourself a little bit, maybe um, create your own way of like conflict a little bit for yourself. So remind yourself that you have everything that you're supposed to have within yourself already, and trust your gut. Trust your gut. Talk about things when you start to feel like you're about to assume something. Pause, reflect, and converse around a question or a thought that you're like, I don't want to start judging before I gather all the information that I could gather. And have I gathered everything that I need to make a decision? Or do I need to just quickly make this and be satisfied with whatever outcome that looks like? So that's my takeaway for today. Who knows what tomorrow is going to look like? But I hope you're enjoying my little journaling here of being a community group leader, a mom, and everything that I do. And hopefully you learn something, you take something away. If not, I appreciate the time that you're watching, and stay plugged in to see what tomorrow looks like.